Hello everyone, welcome to Gardening for Better Health. This is Henry B. 723 coming to you today from my garden. I wanted to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Some of you have been with me for a long time, some of you are fairly new, but I appreciate each and every one of you for your subscription and your continued viewership. I also want to say hello to the people who have come by. They're not subscribers, but they decided to stop and see what's going on. Thank you for visiting my channel. Please come back again soon. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and share so that my channel can continue to grow. Today I'm talking about Cushaw. I have Cushaw squash that have been growing in my garden this year for the first time, and it's a wonderful, wonderful fruit that my friends are telling me really is sweet and delicious. They say it tastes a lot like sweet potato, and so I said, that sounds wonderful. They usually make pies out of it, so I decided to grow some and see if I can do some pies for myself. Well, I planted this Cushaw in May 23rd, and I got my seeds from a local company. The local company here in Michigan is my gardener, and they have seeds I bought from them, and the maturity date on these seeds is for 60 days. So I started these seeds May 23rd, and today is August the 12th. So they are well within the time frame to be ready, and I noticed that my plant has started getting crispy, which is not a good sign if you want a healthy plant. But let me show you here. Over here in this bed, if you notice, the leaves have started to get black and crispy, and I have sprayed them with neem oil. It's not that they're necessarily diseased or anything, but these are a 60-day plant, and so they're starting to die back. It's time now for me to harvest whatever is here, because it's beyond the 60 days for maturity for this plant. I wanted to take you along with me for that. I wanted to show you what I have here, and I'm going to move you, so please excuse the camera jittering back and forth. I'll show you what I have. Okay. I'm going to put my gloves on, because those of you that know about growing squash, you know that squash is very prickly. And because it's overgrown, you don't really know what's down here under these leaves until you actually get under there. So I'm going to protect my hands. Now, with this squash, I noticed that the animals did find this squash. I'll show you. If you can come down and see this one, let me turn you down a little bit more. This squash, the animals started eating on this squash, and it started to rot. So with this one, I'm going to wind up cutting this off and discarding this. But there's one over here. If you can see this one, see that in there? This one is ready. And there is a tendril that was connected to here. And the tendril is here. And the tendril has dried up. So that's one sign that it's ready, if the tendril is dried and brown. The other sign is if you do the fingernail test, try to stick your fingernail in it, and when I try to do my fingernail through the Cushaw, it does not go through. The Cushaw is hard. So that's a sign that the Cushaw is ripe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this Cushaw. While we're here, I'm going to get my knife. Oop. put my gloves back on. Down here. And I don't know how sharp this knife is. You know, sometimes the knives are sharp and sometimes they're not. And so we'll see if this knife is sharp enough to cut this Cushaw. So I'll turn you down. Whew. Okay. Woo. Now, can you see here? I'll bring this up. And I'm going to cut it right here. And there's the dead tendril I just pulled off. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Here's this one. Light on that side. This is what it looks like on the bottom. And this is a nice size one here. So I'm going to set this aside and we're going to see what else we can get from over here. Okay, we'll walk over here. There's one right here. Let me turn you down so you can see this one. Can you see that in there? Cut this one. It's kind of heavy. This one is bigger than the other one. That's what we got there. So I will set this one over here. There's another one right over here. Right over here. Ooh. Wow. 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 Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I'm pulling off part of the tendril that was on there left that dried up. But look at this Cushaw. Oh my goodness. Let me move this over here. All right. Now we've gotten 3 large Cushaw that are good ones. Let's move down and see what else we have. As you can see, I'll turn you down so you can see. The bed for this is way over there. I'll take you back to the bed so you can get an idea. This is the bed that it's growing out of, and I'll turn you down so you can see the vines, and I'll turn you around so you can see how far those vines go. Look at that. They started running and they didn't know when to quit. So yeah, when you're growing Cushaw, you definitely need to have a lot of space for the vines to run. So I'm going to move down here so that we can see if there's anything else. And I'm looking over here. It is disgustingly bare down here. Let me move down. Now this one I'm going to cut off. I don't know what happened with that. It's rotting, so that'll get thrown away. But as we go down here, I'm looking through. I see a small one over there. Let's go down here. And I see a small one there, and it looks like something's been eaten on that small one over there. So for today, it looks like all we have that's good is those 3 big ones. So I'll keep watering this plant, and I'll keep giving it some plant food to see if the ones that are left will actually mature. But so far, we only have those 3 big ones. So what I'll do is I'm going to weigh those, and I'll tell you what it weighs back in a minute. Okay, I've moved the Cushaw to a different area, and we're going to use a tape measure to measure them to see how big they are, and we're also going to weigh them to see how much they weigh. So here they are. There are 3. You can see all 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. We'll start with the smallest one. I'm going to move you back. And please forgive the movement of the camera because I have it on a tripod, and I want you to be able to see what I see. So, turn you down, and we've got the smallest one closest to the scale over here. So we got small, medium, and large. And I have a bucket to sit on. So I am going to take a seat. All right. Is that good? Can you guys see? Can you guys see? All right. This is the smallest one, and I'm gonna take the tape measure and measure it. Go this way. A lot of you will probably recognize this type of measurer from sewing class if you had sewing in school. So this is a sewing tape measure is what I call it. The smallest Cushaw is from the top to the bottom. From here to here. It's 12 inches long. The fattest part of the Cushaw, right here, I'll take it around. And the fattest part of the Cushaw is 20 inches circumference. So that's the smallest one. We'll set this one aside. Well, we'll go ahead and weigh it. The the smallest one weighs 12.6 pounds. The scale says 12.6 pounds for the smallest one. So that's a pretty good haul, 12.6 pounds for the smallest one. So we'll set this one aside. The medium sized one is this one. Okay. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll measure this one. Woo! It doesn't want to be still, it wants to roll. All right. From the top down to the bottom is 13 inches. So the medium is 13 inches long, and we'll do the circumference. Do, 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 do. All right. The circumference on this one is 24.5 inches. That's what we've got here, 24.5 inches. Not bad at all. So, this is the longest one. And you know, they vary because even though it's long, it's not as fat as the other one. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what the difference is. I'm going to go ahead and weigh this one, the medium sized one. Let's see. What does this say it weighs? Come on, scale. What does it weigh? 8.8 pounds. Huh, this says it only weighs 8.8 pounds. We'll try this again. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. We will try this again. 8.8 pounds. Well, it said it twice, so that must be what it is. 8.8 pounds on the medium one. Ready for operation. All right. So here's the biggest one again. And like I said, the circumference on this is not really as large as some of the other ones. Let's check it out. We'll measure it. From top to bottom, this one is 16.5 inches long. So that's good. 16.5 inches long. So we'll see what the circumference is. Okay. The circumference at the bottom is 19 inches around. And just for the heck of it, because the top is so big, I'm going to go ahead and measure the circumference to the top. Even though I didn't do it on the other ones, this has got the biggest top circumference. So at the top of this one, it's 18 inches around. So that's about it. That's a pretty good haul. That's a pretty good haul for a first time Cushaw grower. Well, I appreciate you going on this journey with me today. I learned something new. I hope you did too. And I'm going to watch that plant to see if I get any more off of it. I'm going to pay special attention to see if with even some more water and some more feedings, if I will actually get those other ones on there that are small now to actually mature. So I hope you learned something new. Please stop by again as soon as you get a chance and check out some of my other videos for some of the other things that I have been growing around here. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.